So today we're going to look at something called a permutation. It's just another way of getting how many arrangements we can have. This time we're looking at a specific order of things, okay? So let's jump right in. If we're looking at this set of BA, we have the choice of going alphabetical or reverse alphabetical. That's it. Those are our choices. I apologize. They need to have little mustaches. Oh, I know. So we had two options to pick from for the first letter, and then we only had one option to pick from for the second letter, and that's what you did last night for homework.
I don't get that. Well, I get the multiply part, but...
So now we've jumped up to 3 letters. So we could pick the A first. We could pick the A first.
Can we just do 3 times?
We could pick the B first. We could pick the B first. We could pick the T first. Too much. We could pick the T first. So, in our first choice, we could have picked any one of 3 letters. Then we only had 2 letters to pick from, and then 1 letter to pick from, for a total of 6 permutations, arrangements. What's it going to be when we add that 4th letter H?
I'm going to take a stab at it.
Okay?
12.
Let's see.
Oh.
In our first choice, how many letters do I have to pick from? I have 4. How many then for my third? So there would be a list of 24 different ways that we would have B-A-T-H written out. And I'm not going to make you do that.
Thank you.
Okay? Because that's a lot. So it's sort of like what we did last night for homework. Right, the listing and then calculating like we did more on the back of your homework, the 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 thing or whatever. What we're going to learn today is what I'm going to call a shortcut. And I'm going to jump right down here to the bottom of our notes. Our shortcut is called factorial. And the way factorial works is, and I'll use our last example of math, we had 4 letters, 4 letters to pick from. So that gave us 24 different permutations. The shortcut is to do something called 4 factorial. So it's a 4 with an exclamation point after it. So if you'll turn your calculators on, I'll show you where to go to get the factorial. So I'm going to type the number 4, and then I'm going to go to my math button, and we're doing stuff in probability. Anybody want to guess where we're going to go for that? Brandon, what do you think?
PRB.
Correct. We're going to go over to PRB, and then look it. There it is.
What?
Choice number 4.
Hold on. Where are we?
The buttons I pushed are right over there. And when you push enter, so it does the 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 for you. Okay? And you can put anything in there. So if we want to do 6 factorial, 6, math, slide over to PRB, choice 4, factorial.
Factorial is the amount of letters like in each group, like that.
It's how many. Yes, the number before, there were 4 letters in the word bath, so yes, 4 factorial. Correct.
So, no matter, like, however many letters.
Yeah.
Just put that in the...
Yep. Yep. All right, so that's our shortcut. Okay, so let's do this one. Zara chose 6 songs from her playlist and claims that there are millions of different ways for her to order her songs. Have you ever said something like that? Yeah, me too. So, we want to know if she's correct. So we want to know 10 factorial, what's that equal to?
3, 6, 2, 8, 0.
Is it in the millions? Because Zara's saying that she's got millions of songs.
No.
So I have 3, 6, 2, 8, 8, 0, 0.
Wait, is that a no?
That's 3, no.
It's 3,628,800.
So it isn't millions.
So she does have millions.
It's cool.
Sarah.
To the back. Now, for this top, we're going to not use our calculator. I know I just showed you how to do it, but check out how cute these are. So 2 factorial is just a 2 times 1, which is equal to 2. 3 factorial is 3 times 2 times 1.
4 times 3 times.
Right. 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Now, check this out.
I feel it's gonna get hard when you get to the 200s.
Yeah, that's the answer. Check this out. Ready?
Yeah.
So it was 2 times 1, and then when I moved here, what changed? When I moved to the 3 factorial, we just added up multiplying by 3. So 2 times 3 is 6. So 3 factorial, just multiply the 2 and the 3 to get the 6. What happened when I moved to 4 factorial?
Multiply 6 times.
Yeah, 6 times 4 to get 24. Anybody want to guess what's going to happen when we go to 5 factorial?
36. 20 times. No.
20 times 6.
24 times 5,
120.
so 120. We just added that new number at the front to multiply.
So
Just making some connections there with 2 factorial, 3 factorial, 4 factorial, 5 factorial. That's all. Number 4, Noah rented 5 movies. How many different orders would he have to watch those 5 movies?
Answer.
Okay, choice 2, he's got 120 different ways, or 5 factorial. 120 different ways he could watch those movies. And heaven help him, I hope he doesn't try to do that. Because that would be a long time of watching movies. All right, sometimes we only want to look at a subset, a smaller chunk. We're not going to use all of the movies, for example, in Noah's problem we just finished. And here's a great, another great example of that. We have 10 people that enter a race, and there's not going to be any ties. We're going to hand out prizes for first, second, and third place.
1090.
Okay, so first, second, third. What are you saying, Nick? I have 10 people that could take the first spot, 9 for second place, and 8. So I didn't keep going down, times 7 times 6 times 5. It's not a true factorial. And we have a new shortcut to deal with that new situation, that subset. And it is this NPR. We don't have to get into the math behind NPR, but let me show you how it's used. If we go back to this race in exercise 5, we had 10 people, and we're choosing the first 3. So 10P3. Okay? So 10P3 says, like Nick said for us a couple seconds ago, take the 10, start with 10, and then go down 3 places, because we're only taking the top 3. Let me show you how to do that on your calculator. Let me clear and clear. So I'm gonna type in the number 10. Again, that's the large group that we have to pick from. I'm going to my math button, sliding back over to probability. I want the NPR, number 2. So notice that my calculator just puts in an NPR. And now I need to tell it how many people to choose from this group of 10. And we're taking the top 3. And when I push enter,
What?
I get 720.
I did that. Oh, you have to put a number at the end.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, where's the 3 come from?
The 3 came from, for this problem, that we were only taking first, second, and third place. So 3 slots we were filling. Okay?
Wait, what was it?
720? What was what?
I got it.
What?
Yeah.
You're good? Okay. So, let's jump into number 6. A coach is trying to pick 5 players for different positions on a basketball team. And he has 9 players that he can pick from. Okay. So using our permutation notation, that's what you did, or that's what we just did up here. How many people do we have to pick from?
9.
9. And we're picking how many?
5.
5. So an NP, or 9P5. We don't have to figure that out. Letter B, like you did it for homework last night. We have 5 slots to fill. How many kids can we put in the first? How many can we pick from for the first spot? Second, third, fourth, and 5th places. That's what you did for homework yesterday.
Oh, I was gonna do it.
Okay? And then we can go to our handy dandy calculator and find out that there are over 15,000 different ways that coach can put 5 players on the court from his 9 players on his team.
It's crazy.
It's a lot. It's a lot. So, we have the factorial notation that's new, that exclamation point. We can get that on our calculator. And we have this NPR. Okay? Use factorial when you're going to use all of the set of numbers.
It says in the other ones like there's 20 racers and there's going to be like 5 winners.
Right. And you use the NPR when you're just selecting a certain group of them. Correct. All right. Thank you.